we go. I'll say, indeed. And greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. It's raining out there. You should probably see it. Yeah, you can see the shiny shinies starting to appear on the brickums. It's a nice day. It's been overcast, the whole of it. I had a moment 2 nights ago to actually see the full moon, and yesterday I could only see it like shining through the clouds. It is normal to get rain during summer here. It's normal for those bugs to scream behind me, even though they were definitely not doing that when I was just getting started. They are now screaming. I see your hearts loving on me. Who that? Who that be? It's either Sam or Jovan. Joe might still be sleeping though, so I'm not sure. Not sure. What I do know, however, is many a thing have become normalized. Today's stream topic is about the gives and takes. Hey, it is Xiao. Oh, hey Xiao. The gives and takes that come with normalizing things, right? Today I had a whole moment during the yoga class where I was almost like giving it as a cue that it should be normal for us to move, right? It, in a way, has become normalized for people not to move. It's become normalized for people to just sit in the same place and do the same thing every single day. And in that way, it has definitely been a little bit of a change, right? For our entire species to normalize that behavior. If you were sitting down all day in the past, way back in the past, when you still had to fend for yourself and you still had to gather your own resources, you would just straight up die. And I don't think our bodies know the difference just yet, right? And it is this question of what is it we allow to normalize in our lives. It's normal for me to have food available at all times, right? But I don't know if it's necessarily good for me, even though that has become a normal thing. I don't know how much of this thing is working right now. Finally, my streams, the way they show up for me, are the way they might show up for you. I think at least. Right? Where it's like an actual interface. Hey Darren! It's nice having you. I see Sam is here too. What would I be doing spamming you hearts? You're like my brother. And since there's no flip off emoji available. Yeah. Yeah. I guess. You can still love me even as a brother. Even though I get the flip off emoji. That would be hilarious. Just getting a bunch of fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. That would be funnier, admittedly. But I still appreciate the love-ins that you friends send me. It makes me feel good. Makes my heart all warm. I have become accustomed to this normal experience. You can still love me as your brother. Yeah, that's just how we communicate. That's in my family. I think that's better than you making a is it Alabama joke. We have a Veronic fan. Hi Veronic. Veronic. I don't think I've seen your name here before, so you must be new. Is it your first time finding yourself in a MeltMore stream? If it is, welcome. We do one of these every single day for a while now. Just a little bit of a time we've been doing it. And every single time we do it, it becomes more and more normalized that we do this at this time every day. I was having a whole moment today thinking about the time that I'll experience when I come home. When I come to America, right? My new home. suddenly the time at which this happens for me will be different in my day. And it has become very normalized to me to have like almost this state of limbo activated until I get to this point where I can do my stream. And then I have this state of unburdening where I can do what I want to afterwards. I wonder how my day is going to normalize. Eric, what do you think about the way that things are becoming normalized in our society right now? Do you like it? What parts of society becoming normalized don't you like? I don't like the gambling aspect that's becoming very normalized in our society. All right? Why is there so much gambling? I say, as I hold something that can be seen as a gamble. Technically. The maybe, the what if, the I could potentially have something different. And it is interesting because the area I'm going to be in, the area I'm going to be renormalizing for myself is going to have a lot more gambling than I'm necessarily used to. Relief. Those bugs. I forgot to turn on my noise cancellation. I'll do it if it starts screaming again. Oh, Sam, if only the world could handle a flip-off emoji. It used to have a flip-off emoji. I think the world used to have a flip-off emoji, but I think they took it away. No relationship is ever a waste of time. If it didn't bring you what you want, it taught you what you don't want. Very astute observation. Life is too short for us to dwell on sadness. Cheer up and live life to the fullest. I don't know if you're talking to me directly. I'm chilled. I'm super chillaxed. I think maybe what you're saying as well is that it can be a relationship with your environment and your experience as it is. I'm very excited for what has become normalized to me to stop being, right? I'm very excited to re-normalize myself to a new way of being. I'm excited to normalizing work for myself even, right? Like during this journey with me showing up with you friends, I have applied for multiple jobs, all right? Multiple job offers, job applications, no, 0 job offers. Multiple job applications have been sent out, right? But I've never gotten any replies. And that is a very normal experience here in South Africa. It has become normalized for young people to not have work. 60% of people under the age of 30 are without work here in South Africa. And that can be a little bit challenging, right? But it has become normalized. And it was very normalized in my heart as well. And I am going to do a new world. And that's one of the things that I am looking forward to normalizing for myself. It's just having a job, right? This time around, I want a job because I want a job, not because I'm supposed to have a job or because society wants me to have a job. Like this time around, I have goals in mind, right? I've had the same goals in mind this whole time. However, trying to go at, if you will, my goals my way might take an extraordinarily long time, and I might not have the patience for it. You know what I mean, Julia Rodriguez? You know what I mean? It's nice having you here with me too. Jovan, the point is that we should be given the opportunity to abuse the flip-off emoji. Not that we do or create. Not that we do or don't deserve or could be responsible with it. When you feel like giving up, remember why you held on for so long in the first place. Also good advice indeed. We have this one, but I don't feel like it's clear, direct. That is definitely a flip-off. That is a flip-off emoji. I thought they removed it. Where are you from, Nikki? I'm from the same place you are, I'm guessing. Africa, largely, but South Africa, if you want to zoom in more. Mpumalanga, if you want to zoom even more into where exactly it is I am right now. I am on Earth. I'm on the internet, technically as well. Coco B! It has been a long time indeed, dear friend. What a pleasure it is to have you here with me. Thank you for joining us. How's life treating you, Coco? Things have changed on my side. Things have changed. You want to share the news with her too, Joe? If she's still here to hear it, I'll be happy to. You are from America, right, Coco? I think so. Good morning. Brittany is here too. Hey, Brittany. It's nice having you, friend. Once you choose hope, anything is possible. It's true. There are many things evil people can take from you. However, they can never steal your ability to laugh and laugh loud. Yeah. If people are doubting how far you can go, then go so far as you can't hear them anymore. Okay, like I do agree with most of these. I do. But I still do feel a certain sense of like, yes, tell me, yes, America. Me gonna be America's. Even me, Coco. I'll America too. I will. You're like, what? Yes, Coco. Officially, I technically have to go and pick it up, but officially, my American visa has been approved. My American visa has been approved. And I will be coming to the States soon. Real soon. Extra soon, in fact. Sooner than ever before, I'll be coming to the States. It will be the year 2026. Another abundance number, right? 2027 will be our number of completion. No? No. No, it's going to be at 10. That's right. This is technically the year of completion in that way. Yeah. Get done with some South Africa stuff. I'm in America. I'm in Arizona. Look at us. I'm going to be in Indiana. I am from South Africa. I am from South Africa too. Veronic fan. Good morning, Brittany. Wow, if you come to Nebraska, hit me up. Joe, how far is Nebraska away from Indiana? We'll definitely try and make some plans to go and connect with each other. Like that is definitely a part of our hopes, dear friend. So it's nice to share this good news with you as well. Can you believe? Where are you from? South Africa. Phew, I'm cringing. I'm from South Africa, now in Limpopo, but I'm from Mpumalanga. How about that? Very close indeed. Oh, nice. Sam, thank you. I appreciate the laying it on thick. Tongue in cheek. How far is Nebraska away from Indiana? I don't know exactly, but you know that Kansas City is between those two places? And Kansas City is where you live. Right, Sam? Am I picking up what you're putting down? My stepdad is from Indiana. Why did you choose Indiana? Just curious. My wife-to-be, Brittany, lives there. All right. So it wasn't really like a picking thing. Yes. Was more a matter of that's where she was born. That's where she stays. So I'm going to go and join her in that side of the world. Ideally, I'll get to build myself a big old bus with a bunch of solar panels on it. Yes, I actually did some research again today. Your solar panels in America are literally 3 times as expensive as they are here in South Africa. You can buy this much extra solar panel for the same amount of money here in South Africa. We do have a relatively good relationship with China, so that probably is why. But it just like flabbergasted me when I saw those numbers. I was like, wow, that's horrible. You're drop dead gorgeous. Can't take my eyes off of you. Thanks. Appreciate the love. My number needs new. Oh, that's why. Yeah, checks out, right? Have you ever visited there before? Nope, Brittany. This will be my first time. I've been to China before, and I've been to some of the African countries, but I've never been to any of the Americas. So that's going to be a big change for me as well. I will apparently get culture shocketh. I'm ready. Lowers the thermostat. Getting a bit hot in here. That's insane, the price difference. I was literally flabbergasted as well, Coco. It was kind of like disheartening, to be completely honest, because I'm like really stoked about the renewable energy kind of like revolution that's taking the world by storm right now. And to think that it literally, like one of the best providers or suppliers in your country, and like they're like, yeah, these guys have the best prices. And then I go and look at your prices and I'm like, why? Why is it so much more expensive? You can get like a decent amount of solar for like 5,000 daras, like actual panels, but $5,000 will get you 20 kilowatt hours worth of solar here in South Africa. And you're like, I don't know what that means, Melt. Your laptop probably uses like 100 watt hours, right? And 1,000 watt hours is a single kilowatt hour. And then 40 of them means that you can run, 400 laptops? Yeah. 400 laptops simultaneously off of the sunlight if you get full capacity beaming down on you. All right, that's a lot of energy for 5,000 daras. And you should be able to get about half that, all right? Half to 1/3 of that in America, which is still more than enough for most people. But I'm just imagining the amount that it's like taking from your people. I'm thinking the reason for it is because your solar industry is local. But that's not normal. Today's stream topic is about normalizing stuff, right? It has become pretty normalized here in South Africa that solar is relatively inexpensive. It's still expensive for the average person, but relatively speaking, it's still kind of inexpensive. And it still seems relatively expensive in America at the very least. Hope that it gets normal, that it's cheap on that side too, is what I'm saying. Frank Sinatra style. Love is true. Friendly. Yay. Melt's gonna be in America soon. What? You just hearing this now, Kiefer? It's true. It's officially true. I was gonna go and get my paperwork today, but communications weren't clear enough. And unfortunately, it did not happen that way. I might be getting my paperwork through my dad. I'll give him all the stuff that he needs to go and collect it for me. But it is still something that needs to be done. I'm just celebrating, buddy. I've been knowing. Good. Okay. I was about to say. Love is true, Kiefer. It's nice celebrating with you continuously. Every time I think of that song, Joe, I think of the Coneheads. I can see them in my mind now. Oh, wow. I've never been to Indiana, so I couldn't tell you anything, but it's going to be completely different than what you're used to. Yeah. No, I'm expecting that much, Brittany. I definitely have gotten used to a certain normal. All right, and I'm not sure that it's the best normal to get used to. One of the things that I am used to that has been normalized is just the lack of either resources or willingness to allocate resources to certain things, right? Air conditioning, for example, has become very normal in many places in the world. It's normalized to have air conditioning in your home. There are still many homes, our home in South Africa here, that just does not have air conditioning. And for the most part, you don't need it. But the days that you do, it would really be nice. But it is expensive to do so. right? Both expensive in running cost and expensive in installation, expensive in hardware. And it's normal to just not spend money, right? To be frugal. In the same breath, it is very normal to have a consumerist society, right, in America. So I think in that way, I'm definitely going to get used to a lot. I literally was manifesting you here, Melita. Hey, meow. Because we had a friend, I don't know if you can see it, Vironic fan up top, who also had like a grayed out kind of like profile picture. And I thought it was you a few times where I was like, is that Melita in chat right now? And then you showed up alongside us as well. It's nice having you here, Fran. Sending you love. Big old good vibes. How are you doing? How's life treating you? Today's stream topic is about what has become normalized. Let us know what you are happy has become normalized and what you would like to unnormalize that you've seen become normalized. Maybe you can give us some of your perspective too. Did the second Conehead reference I've heard in the last 24 hours must be the Geo something storm. Oh yeah. Brittany, it is very right. Brittany is very right about that. Yeah, it's gonna be completely different from what you're used to. Must be a time to watch it again. I'm just celebrating, buddy. Love you. When are you thinking, time-wise, about being here next year? What month of the year? Next year, end of January is the plan, Kiefer. Do I have you on Discord? Let me know if I do. Me and Joe are starting to put something together that we can send you friends. If you do want to help us out, we would be more than willing to receive some help from you as well. Let us know. Wait, what? That's crazy. Not exactly sure which part was crazy now, but I'm sure, yes. Miaulita manifested. Oh yeah. Big old manifestations. Manifestation is a real thing. I am convinced. Tries manifesting more of our friends into this space. You do. We got the Discords. I've been holding onto this Dynavav literally this whole time. Just thinking about it. What's that? All right. Okay. Told me a bunch of stuff about you. Told me how kind you are, how friendly and generous, how patient. Have me on Discord. Forgive me trying to type one-handed. It's okay. It's okay. Love you, friend. We have normalized not being normal. How about that? You like that? Melita, are you happy about that? Oh, the air conditioning things. Air conditioning units are usually built into homes like before you even move in. So it's crazy to think that there's no air conditioning in places where you live. Oh yeah, Brittany. Many of the buildings that stand right now were built a long time ago. Right? It's very clear that South Africa at one point in our journey had money, and then suddenly the money just disappeared. You can see it. You can literally see it. Air conditioning is one of those things. And it's not that there's no place that has air conditioning. It's just normal. It's normal. It's become normalized in my life, living here in Africa, that there won't be. Right? I won't be shocked about it. And I feel that's one thing that Joe mentioned to me. In America, it's very normal to have all the buildings air conditioned all the time. Right? Like it would be outside of the norm if you walk into a place and it's not air conditioned. It's like, did the apocalypse start here? You can see it, Lamont. I still want to get me a Dynavap so bad. Kiefer, they now have a cheap one, relatively speaking. It's $30. It's made of glass. So instead of being full metal jacket, instead of being full metal, it's like a little glass one all the way. Like this little piece is glass, and then this one stays metal. So it technically does the same thing, but for less monies. So if you want to get yourself a Dynavap, but you don't want to drop many bucks, that could be an option for you to get into the ecosystem and try it out before you go full send. On the other hand, you'll end up spending more money if you don't just get yourself the metal one right off the bat, but gives you more chance to earn more bucks, right? Slowly but surely. Not even stores have air conditioning. Stores usually, Brittany, most of the corporate places, right, have air conditioning. Because again, they have the resources to employ air conditioning. They have the resources to actually, one, pay for the electricity, pay for the hardware, pay for the installation. They have a larger piggy bank backing them than the average person is backed by. Normalize. It's normal right now for us to air condition entire buildings. All right. One of the things that I would like to see normalized in my life is air conditioning ourselves. For us to have some sort of suit on, right? The temperature controls right up against our skin instead of having to temperature control everywhere around us. Significantly more energy efficient doing it that way. But how long will it take for that to become normal? And would it? Would it become normal? Places that have always had air conditioning, in a weird way, it would be harder for that to become normal. We can give you a bubble. Yeah, kind of like your own little environment bubble right up against you. You can set it to the exact temperature that you like. Exactly, Joe is right. It's very weird if you don't have air conditioning, especially where I live here in Arizona. It's hot as hell majority of the time, except for winter, but it does get up to 115 Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's like the upper range of what you'll see here in South Africa as well. This area that I'm in, it will hit the ceiling at like 115. Let me see. Just to be exact, just to be certain, temperature 115. Yeah. That's like the ceiling. That's the highest I've seen it go here where I live. It's like 115. But the temperature in general is pretty temperate, comfortable almost year round. We rarely get freezing temperatures, like really rarely. And it's usually a bad thing when we do. Like our plants end up dying and stuff. Like they don't like it. South Africa does have so much going for it. It's just so poorly managed. I have hope though. I have hope things will get better. Things always do, slowly but surely, and in their own time. I hit a button, but it's not very responsive. I'll touch the screen here. That's unacceptable to not have air conditioning. You wouldn't make it, lols. Oh yeah. At those temperatures, you literally just like either like get in the cold shower or in a pool, or you have a little rotating blade fan just like blow blasting. In my experience, Africa is cold. You know what's the worst part, Joe? If you were here right now, you'd be like, Africa's cold. Because right now, it's not hot. I'm like really comfortable. But I think that's where me and Joe are different as well. It's like, I think I weigh not exactly 2 Joes, but like close to. I weigh like close to 2 Joes, right? So I literally have like Imagine Joe. This is the most cursed thing that you'll possibly imagine, but we're gonna imagine it together. There could be like a small little me, the size of Joe, inside of myself, and then there's the me that's outside of me, like a whole nother me. That's like insulation all around myself, like a jacket, right? Like wearing a bunch of jackets. So many jackets that it weighs as much as another person. Right? So my reality is literally twice as much mass worth of heat as yours is. Can you describe yourself in less than 5 words? Let's see. It's a cool challenge, Mr. V. I like it. The more I think about it, the more serious it gets, Mr. V. Take your time, he says. Yeah, take your time. Stares into me from afar. Relentlessly pushing love for future. Can't put a the in there. Future oriented love pusher. Hard one. Really hard one. It feels like the word either relentless or ambition has to be in there. The word love has to be in there. Future oriented, right? Has to be in there as a mindset. And then, like, the word pushing is also deliberately used because there is a certain pushiness to the way that I show up to the world sometimes. A little bit pushy, just a little bit, right? People are hesitant, always so hesitant, always so unsure. Right? Sometimes a little push in the right direction helps. I have had pushes in the right direction. Are you a social butterfly? You could say that, Mr. V. I do like engaging with people. The reason that I show up in this space is because of you friends, right? I show up because it's important to me to engage socially, but for me to engage socially, I have to be around people. And for me to expect you to show up for me every single day would be unreasonable. But for me to expect myself to show up for the world every day is what I'm already doing. And that's why we're here. No, don't be pushy, future Melt. I know, Zano, I know that I'm not supposed to be. Let people take their time. I know. You're right. You're completely right, Zano Farina. How's Vincent doing, by the way? Tell me. Pushes. Push. Quick. Don't take your time. Oh, love is true. Love is true. Man, I'm gonna tell you what, the winter in the desert can kick your ass like Las Vegas is brutally cold. Just barreling winds in the winter, that could be rough. Yeah, I never considered that, Kiefer. I always thought of Vegas being what I thought Africa would be like. So I guess it's like what I thought Africa wouldn't be like is Sense made? Yeah, totally. Cold. Totally cold. So very cold all the time. Never hot ever. Are you gonna live with your girlfriend in Indiana, like at her place? Yeah. Yeah, she's gonna be my girlfriend only for a little bit before she becomes my wife. Part of the deal. All right. The visa that I have has like a condition where within 3 months of me being in the States, I have to marry the person that sponsored me as her alien fiance. Yeah. I'm an actual alien now. It's my name is on paperwork that says I'm an alien. That's how it works. Boom. My sister is coming over for a few days, and I'm so excited. She's coming from BC to see Vinny. It's gonna be her first time. That's wholesome. He's sleeping on me right now. Oh, that's wholesome. Love is true. Melt tucking. Melt taking. A melt Joe nesting doll. So cursed. I'm happy that you're tuning in for my fractal show. Mel taking all this time to think when we know the answer is I believe love is true. I believe love is true. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. That would be a way to describe myself in 5 words. I believe love is true. So eloquent. That's perfect. You got me with the love having to be in there. All right. But I don't know if I believe. All right. Believe is something that you hold without knowing it to be true. Where I know love is true. But is that a description of myself? It could be. I do like it. I do like it. I love you. I was just about to say that too, Joe. Las Vegas is right next to me, and it's usually the same weather. It is here, except I think the winter, it does get a little colder than the city that I live in. It is probably because it is probably because of all the barreling wind that our friend mentioned earlier. Can imagine taking the heat away all the time. She's gonna be here in like 2 hours, and I'm so excited. I have anxiety. I think you shouldn't. All right. At least the way that I hope for this to go. I'm thinking about Joe and her experience as well with her sister and the baby. Is that having her there ideally is going to lighten the load of baby caring for you, and in that way there'll be less to be anxious about ideally. But again, words are noise. I'm sending you love, dear friend. I'm sure it's going to be beautiful. Is this her first time meeting in Zano? I'm wondering that as well. Like, you ever been so excited to see someone you want to throw up or scream or cry? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 1 or 2 times. Yeah, it's our first time seeing him, and first time seeing her in a little over a year. Okay, so it's been a while. First time seeing him. And it's your first time seeing her, I'm guessing, in over a year. It's going to be extra wholesome. It's a precious feeling, so much love. For the ones who overthink and wonder, remember your mind runs because it's searching for meaning, not because you're lost. Every thought is a step forward, and even confusion can be progress. It's very wise what you're saying, Mr. V. I think confusion these days has become very normalized. That is what today's stream topic is centered around. It's very normal for people to be confused. But I don't think we call it that, right? We call it cults. We call it echo chambers. We call it manosphere. We call it far right. We call it by so many labels. And all of it can technically be seen as one type or layer of confusion to the next. I think the part that we're the most confused about is what it means to be a species, right? And the unity that comes with that. Unfortunately, the way that we have our reality set up right now is competition based. All right, we're competing for the same resources, we're competing for the same customers, we're competing for the same air, technically. Take my breath. Take it. I have to give that back eventually as well. Right? And in that way, we're in that grasping part of our existence. It's normal. It's been normalized for us to be so graspy, so hoarding, so obsessive. I wanted to do a stream topic today about obsession. Maybe we'll do tomorrow about obsession. Right? Obsession is another powerful tool that we human beings have. Wondering if it's a good thing or not. I personally like being obsessed. Right? It's a certain motivator, but it's not sustainable. Right? And it's almost like you have to allow yourself the obsession and then also see what comes of it on the other side as well. Right? How do you integrate what you used to be obsessed about? For instance, there at one point in my life, in me, was an obsession with cars. And the world that we're living in right now is moving away. I, in myself, have moved away from the normalization that we have applied over combustion vehicles. Right? At one point in my life, I wanted to rebuild an old Mustang. Had access to a body for like $2,500 or something. And I fantasized. Never bought it, right? But I fantasized about doing that, building that, reinforcing it, having so much power that it wants to lift its hood off the ground, right? Having to apply wheelie bars to the vehicle just to make sure it doesn't flip itself. I like fantasizing about that stuff, right? To a point of obsession. But at this point, that's not something that has any bearing on my reality anymore, right? So a lot of obsession was spent, but very little of that was integrated into my reality. At this point in my life, I find electric cars significantly more fascinating, right? Because it does all the things that I was obsessing about an engine doing without the same level of wear or the same mechanical challenges or the same integration challenges, right? Like all of it is easier down the line. But at the same time, there's also like a certain financial element to it, where being a car-obsessed person, being that person that does a bunch of modifications to their vehicle, right, will be a hobby that robs you of all of the capital you have. Could be a hobby that robs you of all the capital you have, if you're obsessed enough. But we're talking about obsession too much. We should save all of this stuff for tomorrow. Love is true. That's a progressive. That's an absolutely precious feeling. So much love. I wish she lived closer. It would be nice to have her around. We did not get along when we were younger, but we're close now. That's wholesome. Loving, optimistic, future, connected, crafter. Nice. That's a good one. Loving, optimistic, futurist, connecting, crafter. Kiefer, I like that for you, bro. Confusion can be progress when it leads you closer to hope. It took her being away from my mom and dad's pressure to become a different, nicer person. I support her being out there, but I miss her. I feel that. It is quite stark how quickly the change between me in my child life with my siblings being close to not. Right? It's like before you realize what there was, it's gone. Uh, to describe me in 5 words: seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, feeling. That is wholesome, Jean. The observer. I'm appreciating these clouds. I don't know how much of them will be visible to you. Can't get you much further than that one. I should say loving, optimistic, future is connecting, crafter. This is the 5 words I use to describe you, Mel. Me? It's extra nice. Based on your outward perception of you. Based on my outward perception of you. Loving, optimistic, futurist, connecting, crafter. Yeah, it is nice. Thank you, Kiefer, for adding that mirror for me to see myself in as well. I am curious what you see in yourself as well. I know as much as you friends have shown me in this space as well. And again, that's why I say very often that you friends are a mirror to me. That these things that you said about me, the reason you're you as an ego have the ability to perceive me outside of you is as a reflection to what you are projecting into the world. Right? You could see me as pretentious, manipulative instead of optimistic, futurist, escapist, connecting, manipulating. Did I say manipulating earlier as well? Crafter. Uh, what's a bad one for crafter? I can almost see it like a scavenging. Yeah, scavenger. There we go. But because you see good traits in yourself and because you love yourself, I believe that that projects outward into the world. Uh, Comments are loading. This device is dying. It will be time for me to show you flower very soon. That's nice, Joe. Very sensible. Very realistic, right? No added padding. I, Sarah Leitzano, my sister and I became close after some distance. So much love. Obsession can be fun, but yeah, not sustainable. Like a hyperfixation. Like if I'm working on a painting and I'm really grinding and maybe I'm like 5+ hours in, I need to step back, which is very hard. Yeah, especially if you feel that sense of like continuous dopamine just unfolding and you pursuing this task. I do enjoy being in that state, but I also acknowledge that that state is not, as we said, sustainable. Something has to give. Giving myself some time is the best option. Putting even numbers when seeing a timer never made sense. Yeah, I don't know what that means. But I will come back with fresh eyes and see things I don't see when I was lost in the obsession. Absolutely. Why it have to be like that? Uh, it is a paradox, right? Distance makes the heart grow fond. We are very easily irritatable in general, right? And we very quickly miss when we don't have anybody in our environment with us. So it is this, I think, almost like survival mechanism. Your body almost like fine-tuning your perspective. Ah, geez, melt in 5 words is difficult. Are you friends giving me more? Give me more. I want to put so many more adjectives though. Genuine, wholesome, generous, goofy, precious. I'm preciously goofies. Goofily precious. I'm like gushing here. Feel like I'm so blossoms. Cute, love verbs. Yeah. If I had to describe Joe in 5 words, right? That's the first thing that I thought as well, Joe. You saying, I want to put so many more adjectives. You saying those simple ones, seeing, hearing, smelling. Did you say feeling as well? Yeah. Tasting, feeling. The first thing I thought is like, but you're so much more. But it's beautiful the way you said it, so I didn't want to add my own spin. If I had to describe Joe, it would be kind, considerate, patient, participating, and precious. You're so precious. You're my precious. Oh, you said precious as well? Yeah. Precious is perfect. Just like a little gem that you want to, oh, when you look at. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I was actually kind of thinking about how we are each other's mirrors or something. We even make each other our mirror without even knowing it, if that makes sense. Oh, yeah. That's how we're supposed to learn, right? And in that way, if you can be a very keen observer as to what it is you're seeing in the mirror, it becomes significantly easier for you to put out into the world a reflection that people want to see themselves in, all right? And as a result, gravitating towards you and potentially benefiting the lives of them or your own. If that makes sense. I'm sure it does. My 5 words: laid back, grounded, optimistic, community building, kind. What a good exercise. I thank you, friends, for being here with me today. It really is a pleasure to share this space day after day with friends that love. No qualms with liking myself. It's good to see these things. Today, that is. It makes noise. Best believe. Bet your bottom dollar that I'm going to be making noise during two. Gotta be making some noise. I probably should get better at silence, but noise. I'm looking at a photo of Jovan with Lane right now. She went to go and see him yesterday at one of his shows. What a freaking dude. What a girl. Going out on adventures. It really is cool to see. Kiefer. Yee, it's so human of us to want to name what we think we know. Any judgment, good or bad, is really a projection of something we recognize from within ourselves. It's true. We can really get ourselves stuck wanting to see things in a certain way. Telling ourselves a story, whether it's true or not, as you said, whether it's good or bad, if we've really convinced ourselves that that's the way it is, we can get all caught up. I've officially met 5 melters. It was so super duper rad to meet Lane, the OGest of OGs. Yeah, Lane has been joining literally since the inception of the streams. Like since before I was doing the daily uploads, Lane was already there, right? I remember tuning into Lane streams as well. I think even before those times too. Whoa, Chinese dragon! You're seeing the Chinese dragon too, huh? That is what Joe That is why Joe actually picked this one. So I love this dragon face and this flower here. Yes, y'all see the dragon too. I knew you would be happy about that, Joe. That's why Joe picked this one. So I love you, friends. Sharing these dragon fractals with you. One more little swoopy swoopy. And then I'll read to ye. We're making perfect time. We're knocking on the door of our 1 hour mark. I'll read you the ones that stay. I love that it has like a horn on its nose. So much love in chat right now. Yeah. I love that you friends see. The fact that there's so many of you that got to see the same thing. You know. Because I'm sure that you see the dragon, but I'm sure that every single one of us sees a different dragon. And if that dragon had more body extending out into this world, every single one of us would imaginate a different body onto that being as well, right? The ones that stay, everything shifts. The water in your body listens. My breath, my body, my reasons. But some things remain, like stones beneath the river, unchanged though the water sings them new each day. I keep showing up. To the mat, to the music, to the pulse that hums beneath the noise. Even when my mind resists, my feet seem to remember where to go. The things that last, they don't shout, they hum quietly beneath the skin of routine in the way my hands still reach for what feels true. I've changed 1,000 times, shed skins, rewired dreams, but still I come back to the practice, to the breath, to the stillness that listens. Maybe that's what faith really is. Not belief in what will happen, but a kind of muscle memory for what deserves to be returned to. And if I ever forgot what matters most, I'll look for things that don't let go of me. The daily devotions, the quiet rituals, the pulse that stays through every storm. Because some things remain, and they remain for a reason. Baby is awakening. Awaken, awaken. Love, love. You all. I hope you all have a lovely, lovely day. Sending you such beautiful blessings as well. Little Vincent too. I love that it has a little horn on his nose. I love you, friends. Thank you for joining me today. It was a dear pleasure to have you here in this space. I'll see you again tomorrow. Okay? All right? Is that all right? I'm going to be too quiet. Quiet Afrikaans means I'm going to be angry. You're going to be angry if I say goodbye right now, are you? Hope not. I appreciate you, friends. Thank you for joining me. It was a pleasure. I'll see you again soon, okay? Tomorrow. Love your friends. Goodbye for today. Till we do it again tomorrow, all right? Cheers.